Yo, what's good, guys? It's Closeout Podcast. We just finished reviewing the top 10 seeds for the Western Conference, predicting outlook of their season. And now we're gonna cover the Eastern Conference. So if you haven't checked out our Western Conference, go check it out. But we're gonna start off by projecting what the Philadelphia Sixers will do this year. So Alan, what's good, bro?
What's good? What's good? Been good. I've been good. Yeah, just finished wrapping up Western Conference, right? I hope you guys check that out. You guys should be in. Should enjoy that one. And right now, we're gonna do the Eastern Conference, where we see where they will rank this year or our projections, right? But yeah, let's get started.
All right, so Philadelphia had a great regular season last year as the number one seed. They looked really strong, but upsetted by the Hawks last year. I have no idea what to expect from the Sixers this year. We still have to wait for Ben Simmons to get traded.
Yep, yep.
If he even, if a deal even goes down, but I'm pretty sure at this point, we're never gonna see Ben Simmons in a Sixers uniform again.
Yeah, I think it just makes sense to kind of just put that out there. Ben Simmons really said some things that even if he wants to come back to the team, I feel like the vibe of the team is just not there anymore. I'd rather just see him get traded and just get it over with. Yeah. And then you want me to go in Brooklyn Nets?
Where do you see the ceiling? It's so hard to just gauge where the ceiling is just because we don't even know what the team's going to be.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the ceiling, I think the ceiling will still probably be playoffs, just because they have Joel Embiid and, I feel like Tobias Harris and Steph Curry and whatnot. But I feel like they're losing such a big piece of Ben Simmons that made the team kind of stick together with the defense. But yeah, I feel the ceiling's probably just going to be playoffs. I don't see them really going to the conference finals, because there's the Nets, the Bucks there as well. I just don't see them making the conference finals. But for the floor, I'd probably just be playoffs. They're like the bottom playoff, I guess.
Yeah, I think with just Embiid, they could probably make the playoffs if Embiid, knock on wood, no major injuries.
Yeah, like totally pleased, man. But yeah, I think that's their ceiling and their floor.
Okay. And then the number 2 seed, which is going to be the Brooklyn Nets. Pretty obvious, but their ceiling is the playoff. No, I'm just kidding. Their ceiling is the championship, obviously. They're going to look to be the number 1 seed. I don't think they'll get the number 1 seed just because of like load management reasons. I feel like they're just not going to try too hard. But they're definitely favorites to win the championship this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like for Brooklyn Nets, as long as they're able to stay healthy, they're really definitely a team to be to be very careful about, right? They do have 3 of the best scorers in the league, right? So when they're healthy, definitely even taking to the conference finals for sure. Maybe even winning the chip as their ceiling, right? Their floor, I think they're definitely gonna still make fucking playoffs. Unless like all 3 of them, knock on wood, don't get
Man,
injured.
I think their floor is the finals, bro. That's how
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's how.
Of course, if they all get injured, then I have nothing to say.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if they're all healthy, it's going to be really hard to beat them.
Yeah,
The only team that has a chance, in my opinion, is the Lakers. Or maybe
yeah.
the Clippers.
I maybe the Bucks can beat them again, but I just feel like if they're healthy this year, there's no way. The Nets are definitely the favorites to win last year as well, but obviously injuries, back them up. But this year, no Ben Simmons, the Bucks losing PJ Tucker. I mean, they lose a defense, but still, I feel like the Nets are just such a dominant team that it's very, very scary for any team that they go against.
Yeah, I mean, they were already so good, and then they just added Patty Mills, Paul Millsap, LaMarcus Aldridge. Cam Thomas looks like a fucking hooper, so yeah, we gotta check them out. And then at number 3, we got Milwaukee Bucks, the reigning champion. In my opinion, their ceiling is another championship. I think it'll be much more unlikely, but I think it's still fair to put their ceiling at the championship.
Yeah.
Their floor, I think they could get knocked out in the second round depending on the seedings, just because the Nets are so scary. And I feel like maybe one of these other top teams can give them a run for their money, but yeah, realistically, I see them going into the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, the Bucks just a very dominant team. They have Giannis, one of the best players in the league at the moment. I don't really see them missing playoffs at all unless something happens again. But I think definitely the ceiling, another chip.
Okay, cool. And then at number 4, we have the Knicks, who had a great season. No one expected them to even make the playoffs, and they had the 4th seed. I think their ceiling, I think their ceiling is a slight chance of making the Eastern Conference Finals. I just don't see them going further than that, just because of how tough some of these other teams are.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the floor, I think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. The Knicks just had a really, really great season with Julius Randle going crazy in the preseason, but obviously in the playoff, we didn't really see it perform. But yeah, the Knicks, I feel like they have a better, more depth in their team now. Right? They have Evan Fournier, Kemba, and now they have D Rose as well. Or I feel like this year definitely ceiling, maybe just the second round, right? Maybe second round. I feel like it's gonna be still tough taking out the first 3 teams. Obviously 76ers is probably the weakest out of the top 3 right now, but I feel like they're still really deadly. The floor, maybe they miss playoffs, but maybe in the play-in, maybe. I think that's where the floor will be at.
Okay. And then the last team we're gonna cover is the Atlanta Hawks. I think Atlanta Hawks will pretty much stay the same. Maybe we'll see a jump. We've seen, a jump in performance in some of these younger players on their team. Kevin Herter had a great postseason run, right? Bogdanovich, another person, and then John Collins just got an extension. So a lot of their pieces are really young. So I can see them, improving to the top 3 seed, and I will put their ceiling at the Eastern Conference Finals as well. They made it there last year, and they kind of have the reputation of being the underdogs and upsetting everyone now. So if they make the Eastern Conference Finals, I wouldn't be overly surprised. I'm not expecting it, with the Bucks and the Nets there, but and if they make the championship, then Trae Young's just the GOAT, right? But
yeah, Jared's just the goal, man. I don't think I have to say
yeah, but if he beats the Nets, Trae Young just the GOAT. But and I don't see them falling to the playing game. I think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. But yeah, that's the top 5, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, on our next video, check it out. We're gonna be talking about the Miami Heat to the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball stealing championship game. We'll see, right? But yeah, definitely see what happens in the next video, right? Anything else to add?
Yeah, just let us know what you think about our ceilings and floors. If you have anything different from us, just let us know. We'll have a friendly debate unless you're kind of casual, then
Yeah, unless you're casual talking about Kuzma gonna carry the team, man. Shut your mouth up, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video then.
Peace.
All right, peace.